back to my darling state, Edo State. 16 people were burnt. Jungle justice. And this reminds us of so many incidents that have transpired in Nigeria. And that's why some people in some quarter will say, it's the North that owns Nigeria. If it is the North that owns Nigeria, then let them take the part that they own. Let us take our part. But if we know we are one Nigerian, we should also understand that what is good for the pregnant woman, it's also good for the man who impregnated her. That is what is good for the goose. It's also good for the gander. What is obtainable in the north should also be obtainable in the southern part of this country. Because we cannot continue like this. Before our eyes, Deborah, whether a 2 or 300 level student, was burnt. When I mean burnt, they called it blasphemy in their northern group. They saw how that lady was stoned, killed in front of the school. Till today, nothing happened. A woman preaching, and I've forgotten the woman's name, was butchered in the north. These useless Arewa people and northern, these northern elders that are making stupid and foolish statements today now, they did not make any statement on that. Even this same Atiku Abubakar, he tweeted this thing was this. Only he removed it. They dropped that thing down in his page. The Atiku Abubakar, he tweeted that that thing was unfair and waiting. In the next 20 minutes, I mean 1 hour, they dropped down that post. Probably, maybe it was against this same northern interest that we are talking about, the northern cabal. They dropped down that post. But today we have been seeing nonsense statements running around. Northern elders say this, condemn this, the governor must do this, give the governor 24 hours, give this one, why you say this. Can we continue like that? Can we continue like that? And we say we are one Nigerians, and we say that the country will move forward. How can a country survive when people are too sentimental, too parochial, too regional, and too tribal? How? How? Press statements are flying over from the northern leaders, northern youth, northern this one, that one, Fulani this. Despite all the statements from the southern part of the list, from the southern part of the world, for that Deborah issue, what actions did you people take? What actions? That is not to say that those who are involved in the killing of those 16 northern youths should not be brought to book. They must all be fished out and they must face justice. Because what they did is barbaric, it is satanic, it is man's inhumanity to man. This remembers me of Alufo, the 4 Uniport student that was burnt to death. This issue of jungle justice is alien to our constitution. You do not have powers to take lives. Because of issues like this, we have made sure a police sergeant, a police officer, Amadi, was sentenced when the former DPO of Ogida police station, Mrs. Caroline Afegwa, and Amadi, what do you call Amadi what? They shot a 300 or 400 level university student, Ibrahim Momodu. As civil society activists, we came out en masse to condemn such extrajudicial killing. That extrajudicial killing was alien to the Nigeria Constitution, and hence we demanded for justice, no matter the case. And we did autopsy for that boy, And finally, the court sentenced, said Amadi was guilty for murder, and he was sentenced to life imprisonment. So, we will continue to uphold justice. But we will continue to tell our Northern brothers the truth. That Nigeria is not for anybody. Nigeria belongs to all of us. That you must not begin to rant when it comes to issues that affect your people. You must see Nigerians as, see all of us as one Nigerian. So when it happens to a southerner in your northern place, you should be able to release a statement that you are also calling on the government of whatever state to immediately, or within 24 hours, fish out those who did that thing to the southerner. So that we don't see you guys as dividing the country. Because from what you guys are doing, it's so obvious that you have sectionalized the country, that you feel that anything that happens to a southerner in the north is none of your business. But if something happens to a northerner in the south, you want to make it an issue. So we must understand these issues. We must deal with them. That's where sectionalism, tribalism, and bigotry has taken us to as a country. Because we would have been expecting statements like this when Deborah was killed, but we didn't see any from you people. So you people must learn from what is happening today in Edo State. That what goes around comes around. And because of that, if you understand that what goes around comes around, you must be fair at all times. You must be fair to everyone. Whether it's from your region, whether it's from your area, whether it's from your tribe, we must all learn to be fair. Now, what is the root cause of all this? The people of Uromi have been complaining bitterly how Fulani herdsmen have taken their communities, taken over their communities, and have laid siege on them, that they can no longer go to their farms, they can no longer move freely, that every day it has been rape, one kidnapping, one killing, destruction of their farm produce. And they have been crying, protesting. We have videos where these people have been crying, protesting that the Tinubu-led administration and even the government in Edo State to come to their aid. But nobody has come to their rescue. And there's a way you will push people to the wall. They will now look for self-help. They will look for self-help. And that's where this thing has pushed the people of Uromi to. However, it is condemnable. For us, those persons would have been arrested, taken to the police. Then they will follow up the case to make sure if those people were found guilty, they should be sent to prison, rather than killing them in such a barbaric manner. It is wrong, it is wicked, it is terrible. Now, Edo State government, under the leadership of Senator Monday Gbale, it is no longer news that you have failed as a governor. We don't need a soothsayer to tell you. It is no longer news that your government has lost its usefulness. Right from Edo South to Edo Central and to Edo North, it has been one killing, one kidnapping, one destruction of to the other. Insecurity has taken over Edo State. Now, even investors are afraid to come into such a state because nobody invests in an enemy's territory. Nobody will want to bring his hard-earned resources to invest in an Edo that is currently facing the highest level of insecurity. There is a video, there is a picture I have of something that happened in Okomu few weeks, about a week ago. If you see the way this guy was butchered, they claim this man came in uniform, military attire. They abducted, they said they claimed they arrested those 2 people. But only for the next day, they saw one of the person butchered. When I mean butchered. So you can see the way the country and the state is going. Gbale has turned out to be a failure. And why some of us will continue to blame the presidency, because they will tell you that both the police, army, and everything, the security, the federal government is in charge. That the governor is just a ceremonial chief executive. All these problems started when they had a desperate bid to win Edo. They were too desperate to win Edo. And I have always said it. When you play politics, you can play politics in other issues. They don't play politics in the issue of security. And that's why you see I don't politicize security issues. I don't want to blame PDP, APC. When it comes to security, I am very, very objective. Because it may happen to anybody. It may happen to anybody. So we must try as much as possible to be unbiased in managing the issue of security of lives and properties. When they wanted Edo at all costs, they destabilized and they compromised the security of Edo. They thought they were doing their own party a favor. They thought they were trying to bring down the former governor of Edo State, not knowing that they were putting Edo people on arm's way. They were exposing Edo people to imminent danger. And that is what we are currently witnessing. They destroyed the security architecture of the state, all in a bid that they want to disarm Obaseki. They want to do this, they want to... Who is suffering now? Is it not the people? Is it not the people? A former security chief, immediately they start this thing. I had a conversation with him, and he told me, he said, Joseph, he said there will be problems coming. He said these people, they have destroyed the security architecture of this state. He said they have destroyed it. All because they want power. They brought 35,000 police only for a Edo election. 35,000 outside military. Just to achieve their inordinate desire, their narrowed interest. And today, they have given Edo a governor who does not understand what governance is, who do not have the capacity and the intellectual ability to govern a modern Edo. And we are now suffering the backlash as a people. Before Obaseki, we had a vigilante, which they call the Edo Security Network, that was robust, that was efficient, that was proactive, that was dogged in combating crime, in synergy with the police. Everyone, whether you are in APC, PDP, Labour, Afghan, you know this truth. These persons, when they are, you see them when they patrol around the state, when they say, okay, today na patrol, you see the police with them and all of them. It was organized. It was well thought out. The men were trained at intervals. The same thing with the public works program, POWOF, which Gbale came, he destroyed it, he's turned out to PSROT. When you put people who are intellectually bankrupt, this is the things you get. The PSROT, they started extortion, criminality, and illegalism in the state. Killing started as a result of their unwholesome activities. The last that broke the camel's back was the death of that child. Then the governor now realized that, okay, this thing our dad passed Gary. He disbanded that one. Mind you, the Edo security network, I don't know what he changed to now. Because his own is to just, he does not think before he acts. He acts before he thinks. People were protesting against the retired CP Gbale, what they call him, that he was incompetent to manage that organization. But out of sentiment, he left him. He claimed that they suspended him, they brought him back again and all that. Today, they are releasing another statement that they have suspended him again. You can see a government that is unserious. You can see a government who does not know what they are doing. They don't know what they are doing. They have now suspended him again for the second time. Is that a government? Is that a responsible government? Is that the kind of government we should celebrate in Edo? Now, there is fire on the mountain. The presidency has ordered a probe and all this. Where was Tinubu when we have been shouting that Edo is not safe again? That Edo is under siege. Now today they break. You want to prove a point to the north now. Now today they break. We have been shouting. I have done how many videos that Edo has been under siege. Now today we be talking. Your former national chairman Oshomole was at the floor of the Senate last month. He said that Edo is under siege. We are not here that time. Okay, now they don't kill 16 people. Now they break. You guys are playing politics with everything. This same president, it was quick for you to go to Rivers and declare state of emergency and all those things. You are not aware that illegal people have occupied our local government since 3 months. You are not aware about that. Or even going to 4 months now. You are not aware. But you were quick to declare state of emergency in Rivers. What has happened in Rivers that you declare state of emergency? 1,000 have happened in Edo. You are still looking as if you are not hearing it. You are looking the other way. You are looking the other way. Because it's in your party. And that's why people are saying that you are not democratic. You are not a Democrat. You are a communist. If you were truly a Democrat, you cannot be selective, Mr. President. What is happening in Edo is even far worse that has happened in Rivers, and you declare the state of emergency. In Edo, have you not heard that 18 council chairmen and their vice were suspended illegally by a stupid House of Assembly? Are you not also aware that a councillor impeached a chairman, one councillor impeached a chairman? Is that not even enough to cause more security situation in such a state? Such injustice, because injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Such situations. One councillor removed a chairman. And we have been crying that, Mr. President, these local government chairmen, they are the chief security officers in their local government. They understand the system. They understand the politics around their state, their various local governments. They have also been partnering with security agencies. But Gbale came, he destroyed it. The other day I was saying it, that these politics we are playing, it will get back to us. It will get back to us. And that's why when it comes to national issues, I am very, very objective in it. Because it may not affect you today, it will affect you tomorrow. I beg, Mona the press share. Mona the press share. Press share. As you come, Osaboyan already, I greet you. Osayende Okoro, I greet you. I beg as soon as they join this live, Mona press share. Ima Izogie, my man. Mona they press share, I beg. Mona they share this video. Now the share we want to see. Please share this video. Now, we will continue to advocate for justice. We will continue to advocate for peace. But we must continue to tell people in power that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And everybody at the aims of affair must learn to be puritanical. They must learn to exercise, to engage in an exercise of self-abnegation and spiritual emulation. They must allow the spiritual aspect of life preponderate their material aspect. Because what they do is that they want to grab, they want to seize power at all costs. And they do not care what happened to vast majority of Nigerians, provided they stay relevant in power. And that's the same reasons Nigeria is. That's the reason why the country is like this. Because politicians do not care. Come in. Politicians do not care. What they care about is the next election. And that's why the country is not moving forward. That's why the country is like this. So, we must tell ourselves the bitter truth. All those, when you raise the issue that the state is not there, telling you, it's a basket time and they know they do this. You are playing politics. Pray may they not cut your head one day. Pray may they not cut your head or your person's head. Now that time you yourself go understand. Say, we wait it all say if there's insecurity. We have no dog to fight. We only want a state that will be peaceful for investors to come in. And when investors come in, there will be job creation. And it will increase the revenue of the state. It's not because we hate Gbale. It not kill our pikin. It not carry our wife. The only things that we want in Edo that is working. And currently, Edo is under siege. From the length and breadth of the state, it is under siege. From Edo South to Edo North. It has been one kidnapping, one killing, one this, one that, one that. How can a state like that flourish? How? How can a state like that flourish? Because all of us are too sentimental, too politically inclined that anything that affects our political party, we want to see it as, it's not, forget, when we defend them. Defending so many nonsense. All in the name of politics. Mr. Otabo said, Mavis Yamunopia. You are enjoying yourself. Happy Sunday. Otabo, happy Sunday. So for me, the governor of Edo State has failed as a governor. No, nothing to add. They say Roman Okuta finita. Once Rome has spoken, there is nothing to add. He has failed. He's a complete failure as a governor. They have collapsed the security architecture of this state. Look at what do you call it? Obaseki had a plan. And that was why under Obaseki, You saw capital flights coming in. You saw investment going on. You saw people bringing their money into Edo because they had a strong confidence in the economy of the state. They have strong confidence in the state judiciary. They have also strong confidence about the security situation of the state. And hence, these people came in with enough resources. And Edo was booming, Edo was flourishing. Obaseki created every architecture of state security to make sure that the state is peaceful. Yes, under his time, there were still some pockets, this thing, but it was not as dangerous as this. What we are facing today is what the Bible termed the perilous time. It has never been this bad in Edo. For people to take law into their hands and burn 16 people to death will tell you that they were already fed up. They were fed up. That will tell you that they have been terrorizing those people and they have been bearing it. And they had no option. They'll say, they don't want to give police this one. They just want to do their mind. And to us, taking such actions is demonic. It is barbaric and it is evil. No matter the frustration, you do not have right to take another life that you never created. And that's why we are still calling on the police, the DSS, to fish out those people behind that barbaric act. They must all be made to pay for their crimes. Not because of the nonsense those are not elders and Arewa people they are saying. Not because of them. They should go and hide their stupid head in shame. They are shameless, nonsense, useless human beings. We have seen Southerners. A lot. There do people that have been butchered in the north. Kanu, Kaduna, and this they are useless crisis. What have they done to make recompense for the families of the people in the south? The students, the brother that was born to death and stoned to death in school, what did they do? How many of the northern youths did they send to prison? What did they do for the family of the girl? People should take time. Not gonna get this country. This country belongs to every one of us. We are calling for justice not because of your foolish and stupid statements that you are making. All your statements, they are as useless as a Zimbabwe dollar, as worthless. We are calling out the president to make sure that they fish out those people because we want a sane society, not a parochial and sentimental society that you guys are portraying. That when it happens to your people, you want to take it as if Nigeria belongs to you. But if it happens in your side to other people from different posts, you pretend as if you don't see it. Stupid people. So, this is where we are as a state. And I repeat, the primary purpose of government is to protect lives and property. And when such government can no longer protect lives and properties, it means it has outlived its usefulness. That is the truth. That is the truth. And the Gbale-led administration has outlived its usefulness. Because it has been one insecurity from Edo South to Edo North. And so why should such a government still exist when they cannot protect the primary purpose of why they were even in there in the first place? The president was quick to declare state of emergency in Rivers. What is happening in Edo is worse than what is happening in Rivers. But he has turned blind eyes. So the president must now act as the father of the nation. Must remove sentiment, must handle Edo issue with care, must handle Edo issues with a sense of decency and a sense of responsibility. Because what is happening in Edo today is very, very unfortunate. Rather than the governor to concentrate on how he can build security and make sure the state work, is promising the president to vote up and down, moving up and down, promising the president 2027. And you did not win election. You still have case in court. You are running from pillar to post. You are trying to do good faith so that the president will recognize you. This guy is doing. You are not doing anything in the state to promote the state. You are not working. You want to travel here, travel here, travel here. And you are promising him to win the state for him. As how? Were you able to win your side? In your own election? Were you able? You are promising the president Edo State. And these are the characters around the president. And you want the country to move forward. Edo is a subnational government around the enclave called Nigeria. So if Edo is sinking, it affects the president. He should know that. He should save Edo from this embarrassment. You guys force somebody who do not understand who do not understand governance, who do not have what it takes. Today, the whole state has been tumbled. Obaseki created POWOF. He created a Edo security network. He created constabulary police. Or house minor security this thing to bring down crime rate in the state. Constabulary now, for months now, you guys have not paid them. Is that not even enough to bring insecurity in the state? Or how do you think those people feed? You disarmed all these vigilantes. You made them go to use them until they catch thief. You disarmed all of them. Because you don't have the brain to coordinate. These same people were still with arms under the Obaseki government, and they were coordinating themselves. They were coordinated. Crime rate dropped to the barest minimum. You came in, you retrieved all the guns from them, you drive all of them, carry them go different places. Instead of you to see how you can manage them, retrain them if possible. Because these people, Obaseki, have been training and retraining them. They were made to guide all their communities and all that. To at least improve the security of their state, their various communities. And work in synergy with the security operatives. That time, if DPO want move, you go call the head of vigilante. Those ones go join them as backup. They will move and combat crime. Today, if DPO call them, honoring leg, they want to follow DPO. You have destroyed everything. All because you want to destroy Obaseki. How far now? Is Obaseki in the state now to see this nonsense? Is it not Edo people that are suffering now? You thought you wanted to do Obaseki. You are doing Edo people. So please, the president must wake up, must look into what is happening in Edo, must understand that Edo people made a choice September 21st. And the voice of the people is the voice of God. Voice populi, voice Dei. The voice of the people is the voice of God. The people have chosen their leader. And any attempt, and calculated attempt, for them to truncate these things, give them. They must understand that they are not stronger than God. They must understand that they are not stronger than God. That God is the great grand architect of the universe. Mr. Richard, thank you for joining. They must understand that God is the giver of power. They must understand that it is God that gives, it is God that takes. Even as great, as brutal as Abacha, that 5 political parties we had in Nigeria made him a sole candidate. What happened? When the great grand architect of the universe said, that's breath when I give you, that give me. What happened? So the 2027 that we all are shouting for, it is in God's hands. It is not in our hand. And that 2027 that you want to truncate, to destroy different states, manipulate different things for, who knows tomorrow? Who knows what tomorrow will be? And that's why tomorrow is pregnant. And except we put dexterity into its midwifery, we may have a stillborn. We may have a stillborn. Anybody can sleep and don't wake up tomorrow. So the 2027 you are shouting for, that you want to suffocate opposition for, who knows what will happen in 2027? So, Mr. President, you must not turn blind eyes on Edo, and you are concentrating on rivers because of oil money. Because Wike, who is a drunkard, who does not know how River State was created, is going to Abuja because he's your minister, is feeding you with stupid and useless information to cause confusion in the Niger Delta, as if he alone can deliver the Niger Delta for you. Oshomole was governor of Edo State. He supported Jonathan in 2011. Oshomole. So all those ones that they are deceiving you, and forget, if Gbale is there, he will support you in 2027. Gbale will win in your side. Could he win? We have made it clear what we want is a Southern presidency, whether they like it or not. Me, I'm a very objective person. We will look for a credible person in the South and bring again. We will look for a more competent person from the South who will bring again. Some of us, we understand the politics going on between the South and the North. And we have said if South, North do, South will do. And let us leave it at that way. Whether it's we know it's not a constitutional arrangement, it's a conventional arrangement. And it should be like that. If not finished, may it comes out. That's the same thing we did in Edo. The governor, Obaseki, said, no, I am from Edo South. Edo North gave me. He should go to Edo Central. This same Oshomole that is pretending to be a friend to this Asubiaro in government house. He went in state house giving credence to the fact that we should not be talking about zoning. We should not be, as if the person that he was projecting was competent. He was talking about competence. We should talk about the person he was projecting. Was he that competent? If we wanted to look at competence, Osareme Osumbo was a professor of law. A professor of law. So the candidate. So you want to tell me that the candidate Oshomole was now projecting was more competent than Professor Osareme Osumbo? If not that he was only looking for an avenue to gain access to Edo State Treasury. Nothing more. These are Subiaro that they put in government as. Is he more competent than Osareme Osumbo? If at all we want to even look at class and are they competent more than Clemagba from Edo North? Even if we wanted to be biased. Even if you may not like, even if some of us know that Ize Yamu have a crooked way, the person Oshomole was supporting, is he more competent than Ize Yamu intellectually and everything? But Oshomole wanted a stooge. They wanted people they can use. And today they have found one. I think they have destroyed the state now. He is the first person that went to the Senate to raise hand that Edo is under siege. And some fools supporting APC that don't have sense They never caught your person ear, come on, now everybody they catch you. You are still playing politics with it. That yeah, opposition is taking this one. Your head not correct. Pray may they not cut your head. With the way the insecurity in Edo State is going higher and higher. Instead of everybody to synergize, join together, say this thing, let's face it head on. Whether APC, PDP, ABGA, you guys are trying to politicize it. This one time, fools, as if those people were standard. Even if it happened in those times, is it not supposed to be better now? Now back with the go, I've been front with the go. Please share this video and let it get to Asubiaro. That he should understand. May go read it. If you don't understand, may read the Constitution. They say the primary purpose of government is to protect lives and properties. That's the first thing. Forget road, school, anything. The primary purpose of government, I repeat, is to protect lives and properties. And the moment a government cannot protect lives and property, that government has outlived its usefulness. It has outlived its usefulness. And President Bola, to as a matter of urgency, take decisive step as regards Edo. I think so many of their lies now, President, you don't see him. They told you Obaseki was not on ground, this one, that one. Obaseki defeated them in the election. Abi, are you not aware? They are moving from pillar to post now. They are moving from pillar to post. They lied to you. They destroyed the security architecture of the state, all for their narrowed interest. Today, Edo is under siege. Instead of them to be talking how to fix the state, they are looking for tribunal, how they want to manipulate and subvert the will of the people. But we are watching. We are watching, because before Dele Giwa died, he said any evil done by man to another man, he said must be redressed. He said either by man or by God. He said either now or later, because the triumph of evil over good is ephemeral. It is temporal. It is temporal. And hence, we know that tough times don't last, but tough people do. As we wait for the judgment between now and the end of this week, both the judges, both the president must understand that power comes from God. They must understand that it is the great grand architect of the universe that gives, and it is only him that can take. And that if you take something which belongs to a child and raise your hand up, by the time your hand pain you, you will bring it down, and the child will take his name. I have no confidence. I have implicit confidence in the fact that a vast majority of Edo people queued and voted for Dr. Asue Ighodalo. There is no doubt about that. There is no doubt about that. But some persons, because of their inordinate ambition, use the coercive apparatus of state to subvert the will of the people and put Edo in turmoil. And that's what we are currently facing. By the special grace of God, Edo will be liberated. And Edo will surely be great again.